Oh, mate!
That sounds banging.
Jazzmasters, son! Jazzmasters, cuz! Mate.
That sounds super.
Mate, I am well into this guitar.
What is that?
It's a custom shop Jazzmaster.
Well, no, I know that. Give me some.
It's a custom shop 62 Jazzmaster. Limited edition, candy apple red. They've done a lot of cover over cover. Get on with it, Joss. They've done a lot of colour over colour limited edition runs. And this is just one of the models that we've had. We had a late plastic blue one. But this is just a candy apple red 62 limited edition Jazzmaster. And it sounds absolutely amazing. The main reason I picked it up was because I was on Instagram and I saw that video where John Mayer and Isaiah Sharkey are doing like this weird like pretending to be DJs on guitars, and John Mayer's using a Jazzmaster, and I was like, I kind of want to have a go on a Jazzmaster.
Yeah.
But today, we should probably start the video off correctly, right?
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Joss.
I'm Mark.
And welcome to the GAC Vault.
And today, it's all about this little beast.
Mate, this pedal has been a long time. Well, it hasn't been a long time coming. I saw it at NAMM, and that was about it. I was just like, oh my God. So, Vemuram pedals.
Yeah.
Mind your head, because you nearly bumped onto this. And
That's right. I'd happily be banged
yourself
by one of them. Yeah, I didn't know about this. So you're the fountain of knowledge, even though you have a cheat sheet. But you know some stuff because you saw it now.
Yeah.
So explain the collaboration between Vemuram and Ibanez.
So Vemuram just in itself, it's good to have a little bit of background on the two companies anyway. Vemuram itself are a Japanese hand-built boutique guitar pedal company. They're very transparent about the fact that they are very expensive.
Super high-end.
Super high-end guitar pedals.
And there's a bunch of artists that are playing these at the moment.
So, for example, we're talking our Matt Schofields, our Josh Smiths, our Al Posens, our Joey Landreths, our, Kirk Fletchers. We're talking about all the big bad boy names in the blues, jazz, blues rock guitar world are using the Vemuram genre, which is like a. Have you ever heard of a pedal called the Nobles?
No.
Not no balls, not no gap balls, but there's a pedal called the Nobles, and it's like a Nashville standard.
Okay.
And Vemuram basically done their interpretation of that pedal, but it's like, now all of the Nashville guys are using that pedal. Some still using the Nobles, obviously, because it's like an industry standard, for example. But the genre is like, we're talking like, I think about £380, something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, Vemuram pedals, Japanese pedal company. All of these guys use them, and that's why I know about them, because just being such a big fan of those sort of guys, you start to, like anything, you start to hear about the guitar pedals and stuff like that. Yeah. So I've checked them out myself, and yes, they are absolutely incredible. The genre is a pedal that I will own at some point. It's one of those pedals. Also the Myriad Fuzz. So Josh Smith, who recently played in Worthing, he's another reunion blues bag artist. And I got to see him play, and he's just released a signature fuzz pedal with Vemuram.
Okay.
Incredible pedal. Once again, we're probably looking at around the close to, £400 and above for that fuzz pedal. So they're very, very expensive pedals. But the good thing is that we're going to be, as GAC as a company, is going to be taking Vemuram pedals on. So we're very excited about that anyway. So we're going to see some more of the demos with us with these pedals, which is really, really good. Finally, our foray, how do you say that word? Our foray into our foray into really, really top-end boutique handmade pedals. And I love Japan, so as soon as I heard that it was a Japanese-made piece of equipment,
You were in.
I was in.
So obviously the big ponchos.
Also the big ponchos.
At Ibanez have the Ibanez ponchos have they appreciate Vemuram as well.
Of course.
So they've gone, come with us.
Two Japanese companies collaborating with each other on such a insanely cool vibe is a good thing. So apparently the guys at Ibanez, the head honchos, not the ponchos.
I was still thinking it was ponchos even then.
The head ponchos. The head honchos approached Vemuram and said, look, we want to do a collaboration with you, and we're thinking of doing the Tubescreamer.
Yeah, why have they done that?
I mean, that's the thing.
Controversial.
It is, only for the reason that a lot of companies have done boutique versions of, independent companies have done boutique versions of, and have either succeeded or not so much as failed, but kind of dropped off the radar. I mean, like my favourite one is the Ryra Pedals 808 that me and Tom got recently, and that pedal is absolutely incredible. Ryra pedals in general are incredible, and they do an 808, which is what this model is, and it's superb. But there are some other companies that have tried to do that, and it just hasn't worked out, but it's worked out for the better in terms of it being something completely different in the end.
Yeah. So what's going on here? What's different about this than the original Tubescreamer?
So this is a Tubescreamer. This is an Ibanez Tubescreamer 808, also mixed with the Vemuram Janray.
Okay.
So this is when I need to refer to my cheat street. Welcome to Cheat Street. Only because I need to explain what the hybrid thing is. So the unique blah blah blah. The inspiration for the TSV808 was a hybrid of the Vemuram Janray and the Ibanez TS808. Each company's flagship FX pedals, obviously. The process was long and the work was intense. But successful preserves the Tubescreamer's signature mid-boost. So it's very famous for being a very mid-forward pedal. That's why a lot of heavy guys use it in front of like an already distorted sound. Cut through the mix a little bit more, tighten up the bottom end. But also combines it with the wide dynamic range and frequency response of the Janray for a freshly inspired, unbeatable new Tubescreamer that redefines superior overdriven sounds. So the main thing, the pedal has dip switching, which I believe is located inside the pedal.
Okay.
So most Tubescreamers are equipped with a single set of clipping diodes, but the TSV808 employs two sets of clipping diodes and two sets of dip switches, which enables the user to select between 4 different clipping forms, 2 symmetrical and 2 asymmetrical. And I believe those dip and switches are inside the pedal. Because the only ones that are available for us to change, which we will be changing, are the saturation and bass trim pots, which are located on top of the pedal here.
Which you need a little
screwdriver to get to, like a little Phillips head. That's a flat head, but it fits.
It's teeny.
It is teeny tiny.
Tiny.
So we've actually completely turned off the trim pots. So the trim pots are on 0. So it's as if I can only assume it's as if it's just like the Tubescreamer, the TS808. Classic brass housing. So that's about it really. It can be powered off a 9 volt or up to 18 volts if you want all of that ridiculous crazy headroom. Then you use an 18 volt power supply. We didn't have one, so we used the 9 volt standard, which I assume most people are going to be using a 9 volt just because it's one of those things where you just want to plug in and get playing. Yeah, exactly. So we use the 9 volt just for you guys. True bypass pedal, handmade in Japan. That's about it really. So we're going to play the pedal. I'm going to play the pedal now using this Jazzmaster just completely with the trim pots on 0.
Yeah.
So you can kind of get it. I'll put the on top. It's a very loud pedal. So that's about where we've had it set. So on this Jazzmaster, here is just the neck pickup as it is. Sorry, I'm going into a Mesa Boogie Fillmore 50 watt switchable 1x12 combo. Literally because we just got them in and it sounds
great.
It sounds really, really good.
Everyone loves a boogie.
Exactly. That's why I'm blown away with this. I think it's such a good... I think it's understated. People automatically grab a Jazzmaster and think that you don't play, you know, bluesy lead stuff on it. But that neck pickup, and especially the bridge as well, it's a really, really cool sound to it. So, Tubescreamer has been activated. I love the light. It's it's a really, just a lovely calming light.
Is that what you want? A calming light?
Yeah, especially if I'm playing this sort of music. I just want it to be...
It's a great looking pedal. I'm into the colours.
Yes, I love the classic brass housing that Vemuram do. So this is, once again, this is the neck pickup. Tom, it is slightly louder. It's a very pokey pedal. So here we go.
I mean, it just oozes quality. I mean, it might be the amp or the guitar, but...
I mean, we're playing a... I mean...
You're playing a custom...
I'm playing a custom shop guitar through a Mesa Boogie using a 480-pound pedal.
It's going to sound good, isn't it?
But the thing is, at the end of the day, this isn't detrimental towards anybody that wants this pedal. But if you're playing like a Squire into a Fender Mustang, and then you buy a 480-pound pedal, it's not going to do it justice.
No.
It's just that is the... Unfortunately, if you don't like the way that sounds, that is the way it is, unfortunately. So I wanted to grab high quality components, i.e. the guitar and the amplifier, so that the pedal could be really heard for what it sounds like.
It does.
It sounds immense. I mean, the volume is there, and listen to the volume jump. So here's just an A chord. It's a lot, but the whole dynamic range of it. So if you turn it on, here's my guitar at full pelt. If I back off on the guitar's volume, so there's where that dynamic level is coming from.
Yeah.
The guitar, I mean, very low output pickups, but the guitar is cleaning up beautifully. There's no, there's a little bit of harshness or raspiness depending on where you set the volume. But once again, full. But if I bring the volume down, it's almost clean, 100% clean. But what you get is that little bit as if there's a top boost on the amp. I mean, they're not redefining the wheel, that's the whole point, do you know what I mean? But they've created something that the really, really boutique people can be like, yeah, I definitely... I mean, it's an aspiration, right? It's an aspiring piece of equipment. It's like, I aspire to have that piece of... I'm going to save up for a few months, and I'm going to effing buy a Vemuram.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I mean, what does the original Tubescreamer come in at?
Like 120 quid, 130 quid, something like that. Like an 808, I think. Don't quote me. I got me full on board again. I kind of want to make sure that that is right, because if I type in Ibanez 808, who's the first that comes up? Guitar and Keyboard Center, bruv. The price on a Tubescreamer, 150 quid.
Okay.
So 150 pounds. The difference being as well is that this has got essentially a collaboration between the two pedals, right? So you're getting the 150 quid, then add the price of a genre on top of that and put them together. That's what you're paying for.
Best of the best.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was flat. Let's have a mess around with the trim pots quickly. Not the trim pots. Yeah, the trim pots. So let's have a mess around with... I tell you what, just turn both of them like halfway. So before you do that, turn the pedal on so we can hear it. So this is the completely flat. Now let's turn these two babies like halfway. Perfect. And the other one, you dirty boy.
This is very intricate work.
It is, because you feel as if you're going to damage it. Thank you. So here we go. The bass ends definitely come in.
I'm going full.
Going full bore.
Ooh.
Ooh. Welcome to the jungle, punk. Take a look around.
There you go.
Slim
Full
Biscuit,
power.
effing up your town. Download with Shockwave for all the ladies in the cave to get your groove on. Bass end has definitely
That's
come
the
in.
obvious.
It's definitely come in. Yeah, so I mean, we changed the saturation, but we haven't messed around with the gain. So if I bring the gain up, then we'll start to really hear a difference in terms of how much gain is available. This sound reminds me of something. Can we grab the custom shop Jimi Hendrix Strat?
Jimi Hendrix.
Excuse me, Jimmy.
Hang on. So this is the Voodoo Child.
Oh, this is the limited edition Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child custom shop Strat.
I don't know what that was.
That was a good Jimi Hendrix dance.
I'll keep this here.
Check this out. So reverse. I mean, I guess it's supposed to look like a knot. It's supposed to look like.
Don't start
like
the
that.
debate. Don't start the debate.
Okay.
We've done it before, and there's like, oh, the headstock's this way around. It's the wrong way around.
Oh, please look at me. Notice me while I talk about something. That's the entire of YouTube in
YouTube
right there.
comments,
YouTube
yeah.
comments right there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love it because I like the reverse headstock, and on the back, and it's the big old 68, 70s headstock, super cool. And it says Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child, trademark, Fender Custom Shop, 30th anniversary artist signature. Pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
If I was going to buy one, I'd buy this. Go on. Oh. Suits you, sir. Suits you, it
My
does.
ears are bleeding with orgasmic blood. I don't know.
Jesus
I'm going
Christ.
to roll these back a little because that's quite beastly.
It was actually, yeah.
So
It was
I'm
a
going to roll
bit.
that to halfway.
So both of them are back at halfway.
Halfway, yeah. So
Okay.
in the middle piddle.
Not a halfway house. Here we go.
That was nice.
Yeah, I'm
Enjoyed
into
that.
it. I mean, the thing is that we could just keep going and going and going and going.
Yeah.
And the one thing I don't want to do is get lost in this because I'll just be really bummed out that I have to stop. That's the cool thing about the Vault. I mean, look at it. Look, we just grab stuff off the wall, play it, and show you what it's like.
We could go on forever.
Yeah.
I'm out of coffee and I need a wee.
And I'm starving.
So let's have a little play.
Yeah. And wrap it up.
And we'll wrap it up.
Cool.
Do it.
Come into the store, try the Janray Tubescreamer Ibanez Pro TSV808. Well, it's a long old situation. But the thing is, they're going to be in stock at some point, so look out because we'll tell you on video, tell you on Instagram. We'll put a mailer out and all that sort of stuff to let you know that the Vemuram stuff is on the way. Very excited, very proud to be part of a company that's starting to really evolve and look at other really cool stuff. So my name is Jus Junelin.
What?
My name's Josh John Allen.
Mark.
And this is the GAC Vault Show.
See you later.
Cool.